doom scrolling is ruining my life. Maybe that was a little bit dramatic, but I had to get to the point today where I disabled TikTok because I was checking it every 5 minutes when I had other things to be doing that had nothing to do with TikTok whatsoever. Now, I know we've all kind of had this talk that, doom scrolling isn't necessarily the best thing to do, but when you have a lot of time in your hands or you just need that break from reality, so many of us find ourselves doing it, especially when there's so many platforms to do it on. It's just gotten to the point where I'm not doing things that I should be doing because I'm too busy scrolling on these little funny apps because I like what I see. Some people can do that in a healthy way and still get on with the things they need to do in life. However, when I'm doing it, I am finding my motivation deplete rapidly. I'm going to challenge myself to not doom scroll for the entire week, and instead, the times that I do want to just sit there and look through some of these apps, instead, do something else. I have so many hobbies, and I don't know why I don't just pick up a book when I want to doom scroll, or do some crochet, or draw a picture. I don't really know how to word this. I just want to see if it's going to actually help my mental health if I don't just sit there and scroll for hours on end. I'm pretty sure it's gonna help. I'm gonna take you with me on this journey because it might inspire you to get off your phone a little bit. I'm not saying take them out of your life. I mean, I'm literally looking at my phone right now. I've had such a passion in the past few days to pick up my guitar again, but instead I'm like, but I could just sit here and watch funny NCT videos. That sounds better in my opinion. I don't know how this is gonna go, but I hope I can inspire someone out there to maybe put down their phone, go get some water, go to the toilet if you need to. If you're holding in a pee, stop. Maybe have a shower if you need to, do maybe a little bit of cleaning if you're up for it. Just take a deep breath and know it's gonna be okay, alright? It's gonna be okay, and I'm gonna prove it to you. Can we appreciate how long my hair's gotten for a second? Look at that. I really just want to sit in bed right now and just go on the Instagram, go onto the reels, and just keep scrolling until I fall asleep. But I need to remind myself that I don't need that to fall asleep. Some people do. Some people have that as their routine, and you do you if it works for you, but it doesn't even work for me most of the time. I'm not even tired once I finish, so what am I even accomplishing by that? I've been into reading at the moment, so I think I'm just gonna read instead. I'm gonna send my goodnight streak on Snapchat and get into bed and just read for a bit with my trusted duck lamp. That isn't mine. I feel so much overwhelming anxiety in my chest because I feel like I've spent so much time doing nothing to better myself. If that's via my hobbies or via my actual self as a person, I feel like I've just wasted time and I haven't been doing enough to further myself as a human being. But I also feel like I might be putting a bit too much pressure on myself. It's okay to have breaks, okay? It's okay. Social media is not banned, but I am trying to stay away from the endlessness of social media rather than, I can go on there, look at my new friend's post and then come off and go do something else. I don't want to go on, look at my friend's post and then be on there for 2 hours when I could have been cleaning the house or something. Just because I am watching its every second move does not mean the outcome of it is not going to change. And I need to put that in my brain and just let it be. Just hope that this feeling goes away a little bit. It's the next day. I had to fight the urge so badly this morning to just scroll on Instagram while I was waking up, and I'm like, no, we're not gonna do that. Today, something that I wanted to do instead of scrolling on social media was pick up my sketchbook. I have had this bad boy for nearing 3 years now, I'm pretty sure. I was drawing throughout all of my childhood, and I spent the majority of my teenage years drawing every single day. But when I dropped out of college, I quickly lost the passion to do art. Even though I still do art in different ways, like with crochet or sewing, things like that, I lost my passion for drawing. I spent my childhood basically drawing K-pop idols every single day, and that used to bring me so much joy. I don't really do it anymore. Like, I've drawn a couple, maybe 3. Yeah, so this was the first one I did after a long time of not drawing. Hechan from NCT. I mean, I've drawn random ones. I drew Dean Winchester from Supernatural shortly after I did Hechan. Dean Winchester. But I want to get back into it. I want to feel like I'm good at it again, you know? Yeah, a couple of weeks ago I drew Dungeon from NCT Dream, so I would like to draw again to feel that euphoria when you complete a piece of artwork. It's also nice to remember you still have that, like, talent. If you haven't done something for a while and you do it again, you're like, oh, I didn't lose it, but I'm nowhere near as good as I used to be. I remember I tried to draw Spencer Reed. I do feel guilty. I feel bad for my hobbies, for letting them drift away from me. It's like day 4. It's Monday now. I haven't given in since I started. Haven't gone on a little social media binge or whatever. But because of this challenge I set myself, I actually spent the past like 2 days on my guitar, like practically no break. And I actually ended up writing a couple songs because of it. That's really cool. But perhaps out of this silly little challenge, I've actually given myself something a lot more, something worth a lot more than just some free time back. I've decided I don't want to do a portrait today. Back in the day, I was attempting to draw every single Pokemon there is in the Pokedex. I got up to 62. I'm now working on number 63. I don't know what its name is, but I'm gonna do that. I felt like I should probably give an outro to this video since I kind of finished this challenge a few days ago. It's now like completely into the next week, but I managed to continue the challenge until about day 5, and then I kind of just was really exhausted from everything else that I was doing, so I did allow myself that day to just scroll. But even then, when I allowed myself to do it after not doing it for 5 days, my brain was like, well, I shouldn't stay on here for too long, and I kind of approached it in a different way mentally. And I don't know if that was because I took a break or because I've been thinking about it, that I just immediately was and even now, about a week later, I've been very aware of my usage of social media and how I'm allowing it into my life. I feel like going forwards, I'm definitely going to continue being more aware of my usage on social media, and since then I got through a whole book, you know. I only just started that book when I started this challenge. I finished that book. I'm on to the next book. Instead of being like, I could really do it just laying down and scrolling on my phone, I'm like, I could really just do it some time out from all this screen usage and brain usage, basically. I've written some songs. I picked up my crochet stuff, and I had the motivation to actually crochet something because I have had crochet burnout for the past few months. I made a Junimo from Stardew Valley. I've been seeing it all over my feed like the previous week, and when I had that day that I just kind of went on my feed, I saw it again and was like, you know what? Why don't I do that? And I did that the same day. So I actually got something good out of going onto social media instead of the usual just feeling like absolute poop. So I take that as a win. Definitely going forward, I'm going to not limit my time on social media, because it's not about banning. It's not about being like, oh, you can't go on there, or you've been on there for too long. It's about putting good habits into my brain that I don't feel I need to go on there for validation or for entertainment. I can just do other things that are gonna make me feel more fulfilled and make me feel more make me feel more fulfilled and still I lost where I was going because I struggled with that sentence so much. Oh my gosh. Me and my little Junimo. My ending thoughts are, if you are feeling a bit low, a bit down the dumps, even when you're busy, try and think of something that you've been wanting to do. If that's reading your book, doing some drawing, picking up an instrument, even if you don't know how to use the instrument, just trying to do something new can bring so much more joy into your day-to-day life. And yeah, I'm still getting burnout. Yeah, I'm still not sleeping the best, but it's brought just a little bit more of my spark back. And that was, I don't know, I'm talking as if the Junimo is talking to you. I'm gonna go edit this now. Bye bye.